2018 is ending in just a couple of days and will mark another banner year for Bombchu. My name is Andron, and I started this channel with Austin a few years back and have been super happy to see how much we've grown along the way. We really appreciate all your support and promise to continue to entertain you in 2019. Well, with that out of the way, here's my top 5 list for 2018. This game caught me by surprise. My girlfriend has been in love with the series for years, citing John Marston as one of the best video game characters ever, but it wasn't until I tried out the prequel this year that I could understand why. Rockstar filled Red Dead 2's world with a seemingly endless amount of content, but managed to avoid making it feel overwhelming. My favorite part of the game was just figuring out some little extra things you could do, such as charge at an enemy and tackle them with either a knife or lasso to instantly kill them or hogtie them respectively. This isn't communicated anywhere I could find and brought an air of discovery to what is considered one of the most financially successful games of the year. It utterly captivated me with this story, its rough but lovable protagonist, and one of the most well thought out open world designs to date. This was a must-buy for me on PC, as I had been waiting quite a while to finally get my hands on it. I was immediately drawn in by its overhauled gameplay system, as it removed the need to stock up on certain items before a hunt and instead swapped in other accessories to keep track of and create on-the-fly strategies while playing. The graphics had my jaw dropping at points, as some monsters I had seen many times before on the DS versions now appeared with beautiful textures and animations, making them more believable and ferocious than ever before. The endgame of any Monster Hunter is hunting with friends, and while that's fun, I was happy to see I could tackle multiplayer versions of monsters by myself with a little elbow grease and a lot of luck. Monster Hunter World is by far the definitive Monster Hunter experience, and one that I hope they continue to support for years to come. I've been playing Smash Bros since the original, but when I got Melee, I dipped my toe into the competitive scene. Myself and a friend would play for hours a day, mastering wave dashing, L canceling, wobbles, and other advanced techniques to take them to local tournaments to prove ourselves. It was one of the first games I'd ever devoted myself to, and both my friend and I pushed ourselves to be better every day. With the release of Smash Bros Ultimate earlier this month, I was washed over with the urge to play again, and on day 1, my friend mentioned earlier came over and we squashed multiple tag teams online, reigniting that competitive spirit from years ago. While I won't go extremely into the competitive side this time around, I have a channel to run, Smash Bros remains the most complex yet accessible fighter on the market. Play with your friends, play with your lovers, heck, play with your parents if they're willing. The Song of Life marks the final game for protagonist Kiryu Dojima. I've been a fan of Kiryu since the first time I played a Yakuza title, and it is criminal he isn't brought up more when the best game protagonists are discussed. Yakuza has slowly become more popular in the States as time passes, and Yakuza 6 is the culmination of years of experience mashed into a single title. I was a little disappointed that Song of Life wasn't as wild and zany as Yakuza 5 was, but it makes up for it with a stronger emphasis on intriguing side quests and narrative. Tying into some story elements, almost every side quest relates to parenthood, love of all kinds, or loss. Taking the time to design side quests around the core narrative is one of the most brilliant moves the studio can make and made the experience even more fulfilling. For fans of the series, Yakuza 6 is a fitting end for the Dragon of Dojima story. If you're not a fan yet but are looking for a well-written and interesting story in your action games, now is the perfect time to start playing through Yakuza. Dragon Quest XI: Echoes of an Elusive Age is a masterpiece. It is the first current generation game from the beloved series and is my favorite JRPG and game of the year. There's literally something to love in every aspect of the game, but here are just a few examples. Yes, the story is linear, but the characters add humor and unique takes on situations that make it feel more like a party is working together than one person doing everything alone. The graphics are absolutely beautiful, and Akira Toriyama's art style shines in the new engine. During turn-based battles, characters sometimes get put into a laughing or dancing spell, and while they could have made this a very annoying ailment, each character dances and laughs uniquely, making it more of a prize for the player than a punishment. In fact, in some battles, I would just wait around to see a new character's dance or laugh. The characters themselves, outside of the main protagonist, all have very interesting and varied backgrounds. I wouldn't necessarily call them deep or complex, but there is just enough there to fall in love. One of my favorite characters was the flamboyant but ever reliable Sylvando, who was cast out for his lifestyle but continued to follow the knight's code in his everyday life. This is one of the few RPGs I've played where I liked every single party member and wanted to swap them in from time to time just to see them on screen more. I could write a whole novel on everything this game did well, but when it comes down to it, Dragon Quest XI stands at a level of quality and polish that no other title I played this year can contest with.